One day there was a funny incident. There was an Indian patient, so I asked, which religion do you worship? And she said, whichever God is available at the moment. I found it really funny, to be very honest.
Tsering Dolma, a Tibetan who was born in India, currently works as a nurse for the NHS in the UK. This is Writer's Mosaic, What We Leave We Carry, the series that tells the true life stories of migration to the UK.
My name is Tsering Dolma. I'm 35 years old. Being in UK was not a new thing because my sister is over here for more than 20 years now. So I have an idea before moving here how the life will be. But me living here is completely different from the image which I used to have. I come from a village area where people's are very friendly with each other, are always there for whenever we need any kind of help. I'm from a place from Himachal Pradesh, which when British was ruling India, used to be a winter capital. Most of the buildings, most of the houses resembles what we have, we can see over here. I always used to imagine, Britain having those, English movies. People are go around, chill, have a cup of tea outside, all those images. But then when I came first over here, it was quite different. Maybe because I see less people. I've just come just 2 months before the COVID strike. So I came in 2019 December, and it was I see less people around. And public transports were not there. I've moved to Brighton, so I'm coming back to, being in a village life where people are more friendly. It's a bit chill, a bit calm. I'm a bit more happier over here. I'm from Himachal Pradesh, but then I worked in Delhi for almost 11 years. Even though I'm born and brought up in India, people see us different over there as well. So we don't look similar to them, even though we are born and raised in India. So I left from south to Delhi. I come from my agency. So agency, usually they recruit all of us together on the same flight because they have to see the cost as well. So I started on 1st of December. So I did lots of shoppings before coming over here. Obviously, it's more cheaper over there to get the stuffs and all. I was quite excited to see how, and it's a really huge flight. Whenever my sister used to travel, she used to video call me and show me around how the flight looks, how the peoples are in. It's definitely a more bigger and more spacious, the inside on the plane. So I was quite excited. I met all my other colleagues for the first time at the airport. I have one more Tibetan, but I'm meeting her for the first time. She was from Ladakh. It was completely different because back in India, we treat doctor as a god. Doctors are the god, that they are the living god and no one else. Over here, they don't treat doctors as a god. They are equally appreciated, appreciates the nurses' work as well. Over here, the hierarchies are not you are the doctor, so you'll be treated specially. No, if they are treated equally, no matter, and you're given opportunity to study and excel if you want to, if you show your interest, if you are competent enough to fight, if you're competent enough, you're given equal opportunities. So I don't see any discrimination among the doctors and the nurses over here, which is a really good thing which I'm seeing here. That's the reason I like going to work and looking after my patients, because your voice is heard. Very rarely I've seen they discriminate because of our race, our culture. I'll give you an example. So there was a patient, he denied to have any other color nurses accept the British nurses. So he denied to have Indian nurses, he used to call us the Chinese, so he denied to have us. So he clearly said that he needs only British nurses, white British. I've seen a lot. Initially I used to feel bad, but then it's their mentality. Later I came to know, like, it's their mentality. I usually don't used to get much bothered, but definitely my colleagues, they used to like bother a lot about it, and there were like complaints about, because it's something which we shouldn't be like keeping quiet of, to be very honest. We are living in a free world where, like, you know, we have come over here after writing an exam. We have all rights to leave, so it's not like we shouldn't be like treated differently. I feel like they're mentally sick. It's about their mentality. I was like, okay, let's leave if the peoples are not going to change until and unless something within themselves doesn't come. Before coming here, I've only known fish and chips. I have a nephew. Before coming here, he was 4 years old, so whenever we talk on the phone, he always say fish and chips. I enjoy eating chips, but I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat fish. I still remember the first day I landed over here, me and my colleague, so like 4 of us. We went to, first shop was Tesco, so I still remember that, Tesco. We went there, we got the stuff, and before we took any stuff, we were just calculating, oh, this is so 99 pence, so calculate in Indian rupees, oh, it's 99 rupees, oh my god, this is so, let's keep it back. So we used to just do that, so we felt so expensive. Having said that, most of the foods are really fresh over here, especially got lots of organic foods to get around. And yeah, so lately, like when you start earning, when you have your own, you know, like pays every month and all, I started getting lesser, you know, like even we have to like eat to survive. So yes. In London, we do have few Tibetan restaurants over there. Yes, the ambience do remind me of home, like the ambience which they set it up, you know, with a picture of Dalai Lama and all those, you know, the cushions and everything. When I come back from work, I just feel like, oh, let me eat rice and dal today. So I have that craving, but very, very rarely I just like cook it just to keep me going, you know. I have to go for work next day, so I have to cook and let's just eat that. Yes. I'm the youngest in the family, so I have my mother to look after. So at the moment, yes, she's my priority, and I really don't want to change that. In London, yes, my sister and my family, yes, my childhood friends are in US, France, different other countries. Yeah, no one is in India. Yes, so everyone is moved out of India. If I have like 3 or 4 days off, I used to go to London and visit my sister and my nephew. We used to have nice morning breakfast with a peculiar Tibetan culture food. Like in the morning, we'll have a Tibetan bread or with a Tibetan vegetables, with a Tibetan tea, which is a salt tea. My British friends, they don't enjoy it. I guess it doesn't suit their guts. So yeah, she said that it gives her diarrhea and vomiting. I speak Tibetan, Hindi, English. I do understand Nepalese, and I speak a little bit. And in India, there are lots of like languages. Punjabi, I do understand. I'm really happy and I'm really proud that in Brighton, most of the people, they do know that Tibetans are there. There are incidents when I say that I'm Tibetan, or they say, oh, you are the follower of the Dalai Lama, and I get it surprised me, to be very honest. Oh, they do know that. I'm thankful and I feel really proud, you know, like we know that we don't have our country, so we have to portray it, we have to show the world that Tibetan people do exist, and those are the Tibetan people. So always make sure that you don't lose your culture. When I came over here first, I was in London. It's a very fast-paced, like city. So it was not, to be very honest, not really friendly. I have a very kind of, I won't say scary, but very weird incident. One day I was walking back after a shift. So I met a family consisting of a grandpa and a granny and 3 adults. I come from a place where when we go on the road and all, we just greet them even though we don't know them. We are meeting for the first time. So I just pass a smile looking at the elderly couple. And one of the adults just pointed at me and said, "Hey, why you're smiling at us?" I was just like, okay, what did I do? So I was a bit taken back, and I was alone working, and the families were there. So we were the only one walking on the road, to be very honest. The COVID, how was it? I was quite taken back, and then I just said, "I'm so sorry, it's a kind of gesture. I didn't mean anything." And he started mumbling something, and the elderly couple, they just said, "Oh, come on, leave it." And they just walked by, and it gave me kind of image where I don't know, nowadays I get cautious before any kind of gesture I exchange with the other person. So yeah, that's a kind of incident. Not only that, I have when I walk on the road, they pass "Oh, Chinese." I've seen lots of those comments pass by on me. So I don't know, to be very honest. I don't see myself living in this country for a long period. I already have that thought in my mind. Having said that, I'm really grateful to this country for giving me an opportunity to grow in I studied, I did my master's, and now I'm in a good position in a hospital, and I always have an opportunity to grow further if you show interest and if you're competent enough. Fight for what you want, you definitely get it. I have a background in ICU back in India, but when I came to UK, so I worked in an elderly for a few months before I moved to ITU. So elderly, looking after elderly, it's a kind of joy which give it to me. I always feel happy taking care of them. And having said that, most of them have dementia, those kind of things, and they tend to forget a lot of things. And I always feel really pleasure working with them. So the family members especially, they're really grateful for having us over here, which is a great gesture from them, to be very honest, because we came over here for our own progressions, for our own professions, isn't it? Listening word from them, kind of these words, it's really it gives a kind of happiness. Back in India, working in a hospital, so you get a limited pay. You have to take care of your family. Even though my family was not that desperate to have my money, but then you have a responsibility being a child. So that was a bit kind of difficult to sustain your own life, plus you have to the family. But over here, yes, even though the NHS doesn't pay for the work which we do, which we always cry for, but then yes, it's definitely more than what we get in India. If the Indian government changed the decision suddenly and they start paying better for the nurses, I would have, without a second thought, I would have gone back. One day, there was a funny incident. There was an Indian patient, so I asked which religion do you worship? And she said, whichever God is available at the moment. I found it really funny, to be very honest. Yeah, so that's a kind of, I don't know why.
Tsering Dolma was talking to Suzanne Harrington.